All right, we're officially done in the art studio except for a couple back out items. We'll throw up some hurricane ties. So now what we're doing is we're just going through, sweeping everything out, starting at the top, working our way down throughout the house. And yeah, should be looking pretty nice when we're done here. Show the camera. Oh yeah, we never pull nails.
No.
Those are just those fell out of the plumber's pipes.
We had a depth set wrong.
Yeah. All right, so on this radius wall that Derek and Tyler built, Derek is installing these hold downs here, and we're basically tying them into a sheared section of the wall. Because as you can see, there's nothing tying this into the house to keep it from swaying this way. Right now we have a brace up top, but that's not going to hold it forever. So this is the detail that we came up with. Hold downs on the end on a shear wall, hold downs in the middle on the shear as well. And then depending on how much resistance that gives us, we may or may not do X bracing all thread all the way through into the wall up there. It's a pretty intense detail, but at the end of the day, that's what it takes to make it stand. This is where we're going to build our stairs up to the second story where the art studio is at. The stairs are going to go down to the basement here, and where you're standing, they'll come up from there to this beam here. Yeah.
Or 120.
So we pulled down from the top, 125 and 5/8 heavy. And then we added the height of the laser, which is 3 inches plus 3. That gave us, right here, 128, 5/8 heavy. Let's see if I can get the camera to let you see that.
You can do it in keel.
So now we're going to do the same exact thing to figure out our run. So we can't just measure right across. We need to level down from that LVL. So Ty's got his laser set up on that.
And I'm just kissing it.
Perfect. Let's see if I can make my tape all the way over there.
Show me what you got.
Ready?
Yeah. You did. You totally did.
Cue tape measure fail montage.
All right. This is try 18.
Perfect. He's got his plumb line there. Like it?
Yep.
I'll call that 119 and an eighth. All right, so our stairs, let's say are coming up from here, and they're coming up to over here. Basically, our distance from here to here that we're going to go with is 199 and an eighth. And our distance from this height all the way across up to the top here is 131. You probably heard us say 130 and a quarter earlier, or you might have even heard us say 128 and 3/4. The only reason that changed is because we're going to do 1.5 inches up for radiant floor heating to be poured here, and then what the flooring that goes on top of that is 3/4 inch hardwood. So 2 1/4 plus 20, or sorry, 2 1/4 plus 128 and 3/4 ends up being 131. So that's our total rise. This is our total run. So now what we can do, we can take our run, 199 and an eighth, divide it by the amount of rises we're going to have, which is 17. That gets us 11 and 11/16. And then our height, we can do the same thing to get our risers. So 131 inches divided by, there's always one more riser than there is run, so divided by 18 equals 7 1/4. So if you don't know the number that you're going to use of those, what you can do is you can take your total rise. What I usually do, just divide it by 7. That'll get you a rough number. So you can see here, it's 18 and 11/16. So then you could do it divided by 18 even to get you your exact number. That'll just ensure that you stay roughly within 7 inches, which is usually where a comfortable stair riser is, and then we'll go from there. So starting out, we're gonna lay out the, let me see, how do I wanna do this? If this is the bottom, yep, this is right. So Ty's got this set on our dimensions here. So we can come back because we want some room to go down. Would you grab me that other framing square?
Yeah.
So I can square off of my square. Since we're doing 3/4 plywood treads on this, but that also gets 3/4 inch hardwood on top of that, what we're gonna do is we're gonna subtract 1.5 inches total for both. You always build your stairs to the finished product. I did that wrong though, ignore what I just did. I need to take our actual riser height and then take it off the bottom. So what I can do is I can burn 1.5 inches and then mark 7.25. The way these floors sit though, or the way these stairs sit, is a little bit unique because they sit flush against this and they'll hanger in down here. So I do still want to make a note of that dimension, but now I need to go measure on the beam itself how far this hangs down, and I'm going to put something down here to actually catch this against the beam. Ty's all geared up.
So geared up, dude?
The millennial carpenter, ladies and gentlemen.
This thing set up. Yeah, I don't have it set up right now.
Okay, so this is our last riser on the stringer. So what we need to do at this point is we actually subtract the width of our riser pieces, which in this case is 3/4, because when we go to sheet this, it's going to add a layer of 3/4 here, which is going to extend our riser. So we'll subtract it here. We can literally just mark it on the front of the square here, and then that's where we'll cut our stringer off at.
And then I'm gonna come back to here, right?
Yep.
Just like that.
Yep, because that's for our subtracted riser thickness. And then we can square that down. All right, so this stringer is laid out. We think we've got everything right. This is a relatively complicated staircase. So we're gonna cut this one stringer and then we'll test fit it on the wall and just see how it fits before we go and cut the rest of them. Just because we like to buy LVLs one time if we can. But even though Ty's motto is measure once, cut twice, but yeah. Got all of our LVLs stacked up, and we're cutting them with the 10.25 saw, which basically means it has 3.5 inches depth of cut. So we're cutting through the first two and scratching the surface of the third one. This allows us to get, one, we cut 2 stringers at once, but we also mark our third stringer. It just makes for a much quicker stair process altogether. So we just got stringer set and our bottom riser in. Now we're gonna set one in the middle and we'll sight a line to make sure the stringers are all nice and straight, and then we'll just send it all the way up. Stoked to finally have our hangers. We were able to get some subfloor up here, get it all started up, and the welders got this beam in here, so we got that all furred up so we can build our second floor on top of that. You see that it's 9.5 inches built up there in order to meet our 18-inch requirement for the floor system. But yeah, that's it for today. Cleaning up, getting out of the rain, measure some steel for another project we're going to be starting on Monday.